Hey there, curious coders! Welcome back to the channel where logic meets creativity and Python gets playful. In our last episode, we battled it out with a classic rock paper scissors game. If you haven't seen that one yet, go check it out after this. Today, we are keeping the game vibe alive with a brand new Python project, the Dice Roller Simulator. It's simple, interactive, and full of random surprises, just like real dice. Let's roll into it. So the very first thing is to import NumPy as NP. Now we will print the welcome message. Welcome to the Dice Roller Simulator. Then we will print different options. First, we will give different options to the user, like press 1 to roll 1 dice, press 2 to roll 2 dice, press 3 to quit the game. Then we will take input from it, and we can also give several messages, like if the number came out to be 6, then we can say jackpot lucky number, and so on, like that for different numbers as per our choices. Then we can ask the user if he or she wants to roll the dice again, and so on, like this. And rolling the dice twice, then we can ask if the user wants the sum of the two numbers or it wants both the numbers. Like if we roll two dice and it come 2 and 6, then the user wants 2, 6, or it wants 2 plus 6, which is 8. Then we can also give the twist that we can save all these values in a text file, which I have already made it here with the name roll data. So this is the name of the text file which I have kept roll data, and you can give any name to text file. Then we will save all our uh, the numbers that will come on the dice to that text file, and later in our further videos to enhance this game, we can plot a graph using matplotlib using the data stored in this text file. So let us go. We will write press 1 to roll 1 dice. Then we can print 2 to roll 2 dice, and 3 to quit the game. And then we will take input from the user. X is equal to int input, enter your choice. And now we will start the while loop. While true, if x is equal to 1, then we will generate one random number, np.random.randint, and we will write here 1, 7 because 7 is excluded. So a random number will be generated from 1, 2, 3 till 6. And then we will print that number. And then we will write if number 1 is equal to 6, then we can print jackpot lucky number. Let us give to number 1 also. So number 1 is equals to 1. So for 1, we can print like of maybe next time, or better luck next time. We can also give it to another number like 2, 3 and so on, but let us now give to 6 and 1 only for now. So next thing is We will ask the user if he wants to roll again. So we'll take the input yes or no. And we will write the condition if the user say yes. Then we will continue, and if the user says no, there should be a colon here, then we will break. We can put a elif here, or if is also fine, but we can put elif here. Okay. So the next thing is if the user selects 2. This is what we have written if the user selects to roll only one dice. So if the user selects so, then we will generate a random number from 1 to 6. Then we will print that number. And if the number is 6, then this will be printed as well as 6 is printed. So both the things will be printed. And if the number is 1, then 1 is printed and this statement is printed. Then we'll ask the user if he wants to roll it again. If the user says yes, then it will be continued. That is, again the number will be generated and it will be printed. If the user says no, then it will break. If the user selects 2, that is, he wants to roll 2 dice, then we will ask, want numbers to be printed or sum? Or sum. Then z is equal to input number or sum. Then we'll start the while loop, while true, and then we will write the same as we had written above to generate a random number from 1 to 6. And similarly, we will create one random number named as number 2 from 1 to 6. We have written 7 here because 7 is excluded, so it will take from 1 to 6, and we will write here if z is equal to num, then it has to print number 1 comma number 2, so it will print both the numbers. Else, if the user has not selected num, it means it has selected sum, so we will print number 1 plus number 2. Then we will ask the user again if he wants to roll again. So this will be the same here. We'll ask the user that if he wants to roll again. If he says yes, then it will be continue and this one will be continued. If it says no, then it will break. Then the next thing is if the user selects to exit, then we will write print you quit, and we will say exit. If none of this is there, if x is not equal to 1, neither 2 nor 3, then it will be printed wrong input. So first, let us understand the program again. So first thing is importing the NumPy library, and then we have printed this welcome message and given options to the user. If you wants to press 1, 2 or 3, according to it, we have assigned the things like if he presses 1, then 1 dice will be rolled. If 2, then 2 dice will be rolled. And if 3, then it will quit the game. Then we have taken the input from the user and we have started the while loop while equals to true. While in bracket true means that this will be repeated again and again, whatever is written in while. Okay. Then if the user selects 1, that is to roll 1 dice, then a number will be generated from 1 to 6 and it will be printed. And here is some messages for number 1 and 6. Then we ask the user if he wants to roll again, and according to his response, it will be continued or break. If he selects 2, it means he wants 2 dice to be rolled. Then we will ask if he wants the number to be printed or he wants the sum to be printed. According to it, we can ask num or sum, or we can even write n or s. And then again we started the while loop. While true means this will be continued again and again. And according to the user, if he said num, then numbers will be printed. If he said sum, then sum will be printed. And we will ask if he wants to roll again. According to the answer, it will be continued or break. Else, if the user opts for third option, that is to quit, then the program will be exited. And if the user does not inputs 1, 2, or 3, then we will print wrong input. So let us run this program. Okay, there's some error in line 11, so one parenthesis is missing. And let us run this again. Line 20, a colon sign is missing. And here you are with the program. So let us first press 1 and then it asks wanna roll again, and you can see that this is the result after rolling the dice 3. So if we write yes, then we got a 6 and it has displayed the message also jackpot lucky number. So let us roll again, then again 6 came, again then 3 came, and so on. If we write no, then it break the program. Okay, so let us try with 3 to quit the game, and it's written you quit. Okay, now let us try with 2. So one number should be printed or sum. Let us say sum. Then you can see the sum is printed again and again because it was in the while equals to true loop. And then if we say 2 and num. So let us debug this program, and there's some error, and yeah, we got the error. So this was not intended properly, and that's why the program was running because of this while loop again and again without asking if we want to roll again or not. So let us say this again. If we say sum, then 10 came. Okay, yes, yes, and then again and then you can see now we have indented that properly, and so the results are coming fine. Okay, so let's exit this program, and if we run this again, and now let us try with num. So you can see two numbers are printed, 5 and 4. When we selected num, 9 would be printed here. Okay, then if you want to roll it again, and then you can see different results for this program. Now if you want to copy these results into a file, then what can we do is, I've already told you, first we need to make a text file like I have already made it here, and then we need to make a function save. So let us make that function. We will write here def save n1, and then we'll open the text file we already made my text file's name is roll data, and then what we need to do is append. A means append here as out, and then out dot write n1, then out dot write slash n, and then we will close the file out dot close. So what we have written here is there's a function named save, and what it will do is, what are we defining it in these 4 lines of code. First we open this file, and then we have written A, that is append. When we write W, it means write. When we write R, it means read. So here we are appending it. So append means to add. So out.write n1. What is n1? N1 is a variable, and then out.write slash n. So slash n is for the data to come in different lines, like 1, like 2, 3, 4, like this, and not in a single line. And then we will close the file. And now we will write one more save function for 2 numbers. I'll explain you why are we writing another save function. So first let us write, this will be the same as this one, almost the same. So this is the file append, then outward write n1, and then you can give a space here, copy this, out dot write n2, and then here we can write slash n. Let's first run this, and then I'll explain you how have we written this program. So this save function should be here, like save str means string, and the name of a variable which is number1. Let us copy this. So here we have written save, means this will call the function we had written here, save, and number1 is the name of our variable which we have defined here. So it will go to this save function, and what this save function will do is just open this file, then append all the data. This should be written under sum also. So we will write here save str number1 plus number2. Now we have written one another save function with the name save2. This is for 2 variables n1 comma n2. First it will print n1, then it will give a space, and then it will print n2, and then it will go to next line, and then again print the new value of n1, then space n2, and so on, like this. We had made this because we were also having num that had 2 numbers with us. So save to str number1 comma str number2. So we are ready with the program, and now let's go. If we choose 1, and if we say to roll it again and again, now let us select 2, and we can see 3, 6, 2, 3, 6, 1. These are the numbers that we got. And now let's go to this file. So you can see all the numbers are here. Now let us delete these numbers and roll the dice again. If we select num and say yes, then you can see 61644226. These numbers we got, and it spreads yes, and you can see the numbers saved in this file. Now let us try with sum, and now you can see we got 5 7 5 7 9 and 6. Let us reload. 5 7 5 7 9 and 6. So you can see the data is saved in our text file. We can use this data to plot graph in using matplotlib library, which we will do in our further videos. So this was all for this video. I hope you understood and enjoyed. Please do like, share and subscribe the channel. Happy coding!